You see, I have a problem. So I'm pretty sure a lot of you have felt this before, but in photography sometimes we tend to get uninspired by the things that are mundane or normal for us. Like sometimes I feel like it doesn't really matter how much I try to pursue to photograph the things that are around me. I just can't seem to be interested in them because I see them every day. So I knew I had to find a solution to get that joy again. And this is hopefully the first chapter in the story of how I did that. This is a story of how my cousin, his dog, and I went on a photographic trip. Before I tell you this story, I need you to meet the characters. This is my cousin Alejandro. I just call him Primo or Alejo. He has been one of my best friends since I have memory of being in this world. And this is his dog Mia, the most well-trained and educated border collie you'll ever see. Apart from him playing the drums a couple years back, I wouldn't really define him as an artsy guy. So that's why when he asked me if I could help him take better photographs, because he had found a new interest in him, I was very excited and more than honored for him to consider me a good teacher. So I just asked him, hey, do you want to come along in this journey that I want to make to the lake? I don't really have a purpose or an end goal. I just want to get there, take some photos, stop on the way, and get back home. He said, let's do it. We woke up as early as we wanted to, put me on the car, and just drove.
Solo en Colombia hay vacas en otros puentes. ¿Verdad?
On the way to our destination, we had a couple detours and stops, and almost in every one of them we took some photos. You can tell he struggled a bit with the shutter speed, as most of his images were either overexposed or very blurry. But for being his first time using a real camera, I think he did a good job. So after driving for a couple hours, we arrived to this abandoned restaurant. There were a lot of people there taking pictures because there is a very pretty view of the lake. And we just stopped there, took a couple photos, let Mia do her thing, and we got back on the car. By this time it was already like 12 p.m., 1 p.m. So we were getting pretty hungry. So before we even thought about taking photographs, we grabbed lunch and then we started going around the lake. You see, anyone that lives around the area knows that at one end of the lake there is this very important power plant. It's a common place to stop to take photos at. So we just decided to park the car and see what it gave us. These two shots are probably my favorite of the whole trip. The weather wasn't really kind with us, and I don't mean that in the sense of, you know, it was foggy or whatever. No, like, the weather changed probably 5 or 6 times in the half an hour that we were there. From fog to sun to rain to fog again to sun again. It was crazy. After being a couple minutes in the power plant, we decided to keep going, but just a few meters down the road we found this really pretty waterfall, and my cousin wanted to take photographs of it. So we parked the car and we got to it. Neither of us had slept really well the night before. So after around 30 minutes of driving, we decided to stop near a restaurant that was unfortunately closed. But it was really beautiful and there was a pretty view. So yeah, we just got off the car and we chilled there for a bit. So after chilling there for an hour and being happy with the photographs that we took, I was actually supposed to be the one driving back home. I am short-sighted and I can't really see that well at night. So, you know, I just don't feel as comfortable driving around in the fog at night. So yeah, it was for our safety and for our best to just start wrapping our journey. We were both demolished, very, very tired. But my cousin insisted that he wanted to drive, so I was not gonna complain. So he took the wheel and we started heading back. But just as we were exiting the lake, we found our last spot where we stopped and had this magnificent view of people doing all sort of water sports, from windsurf to kitesurf, everything. And all of that framed beautifully with these pine trees. It was just gorgeous. Just a very, very beautiful way to wrap the whole trip. So I'm gonna address the photographs that we took in the trip. Probably none of them are great. Very few of them are decent. Maybe one of them is good, But that wasn't the end goal of the trip. I feel extremely happy of the things that I did that day. Mostly because it was just a very cool bonding experience. I've never done that with someone so close to me. And also seeing the joy and spark of photography just grow and be embraced by another human being for the first time. It's just, I don't know, I can see myself as a 15-year-old taking a camera for the first time. It was very magical to see. Whew, that was the first. Thanks for watching. I cannot promise you I'm gonna keep making these because I cringe so hardly and badly at everything I do. But who knows, maybe there's another video next week, or next month, or next year, or never. Who knows? But this one is up. So thank you for watching it. Thank you for sticking with me. I guess, hopefully, maybe I'll see you in another time. Bye.